Greetings to all the members of the Diocese of Natal. My name is Tulani Zikali. I am canon responsible for the promotion of the diocesan vision and revitalization. I'm sitting here with our very own diocesan bishop, the Right Reverend Kosnati Ndwandwe, and I'm also sitting with the Reverend Dr. Simelane. We are here to just discuss and have conversation on the diocesan vision and revitalization process. But before we go any further, let me give the bishop time to greet all of you.
Greetings to all the members of the Diocese of Natal. It's wonderful to be talking to you today. Thank you.
On the 27th of April, we launched the diocesan vision at the cathedral, which was attended by a lot of people. It was an exciting service and a glorious service, a service which marked a very important step in the life of the diocese. But perhaps for the purposes of many other people, it would be helpful to Bishop to just share a bit about how did the whole process of putting together a vision and revitalization unfold? How did it come about? How did it unfold? How did you come about basically to have the vision and the revitalization process?
I think it is important to actually begin by saying many people will recall that at Synod, part of what I said during my charge was that we needed to actually have a vision for the diocese, apart from the process of revitalization. So after that, I actually put together a committee that was going to actually take the process forward. And it is that committee which consulted the diocese, and the process culminated in the formation of the vision. It was a long process, but the culmination was the vision that we have, which I believe is a beautiful vision.
Yes. Maybe at this stage we also would like to say, I'm sure Bishop would like to say thank you to all those people who worked very hard as members of the revitalization team, as well as the visioning, because they did a terrific job.
I cannot thank them enough for the wonderful work and for the hours that they actually put into all this work. Without the sacrifice that they made, we would not be where we are.
So the vision was launched on the 27th of April. Maybe for the benefit of many other people, let me just read out what the vision statement is for the diocese. This diocese seeks to be Christ-centered and moved by the Holy Spirit to fulfill God's life-giving mission in our time. Bishop, a beautiful vision. What's your take on it? What does it mean? If you were to just briefly explain to us and give us your understanding of this vision.
I said earlier, we have a beautiful vision, and I want to reiterate that. It is a beautiful vision. It is a vision that is based on God as Trinity. It is a Christ-centered, moved by the Holy Spirit to fulfill God's mission. That is Trinitarian. And for me, that's what makes this vision beautiful, in that it is actually balanced.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you so much, Bishop, for that. A very important observation that it's balanced. It's about God in the fullness of who God is. With such a beautiful vision, then the challenge is, where do we go from here? I know that there are parishes who already have their own vision statements and there are those who do not have their own vision statements. Now that the diocese has a vision and the revitalization process, what's the way forward, Bishop?
I think the diocesan vision actually means that if parishes do not have a vision, they need to look to the diocesan vision so that we all, doesn't matter where you are, try and work towards the same goal. For those parishes that already have their own vision, it is actually to try and tailor those visions so that they are not in contradiction to the vision that we already have. So that even though the vision may be different, but it seeks to accomplish the same thing that we want to accomplish as a diocese. That's how I see that. It doesn't mean they should do away with the visions that they have, but it means try and actually remold, if I could actually say that, and retailer their own visions so that those visions are in line with the vision of the diocese. And for me, sorry, it also means that the revitalization process, the vision actually points the way, and the revitalization process will be trying to implement something of this vision so that there is a way of moving towards fulfilling God's mission, life-giving mission in our diocese and in our time.
Thank you, Bishop, for explaining that, because there has been these processes, vision and revitalization, and sometimes people wonder, which one are we following? Are we choosing this one over that one? Are we following it together? I hear the Bishop is already leading us to that direction of saying, it's one thing. I think that's what you're saying, Bishop.
Yes.
And in the diocese, we have guilds and ministries. Where does this put the guilds and ministries? They are part of us, part of this big family that we all belong to. Guilds?
You've already said it.
Oh.
They are part of this family, and it is expected that guilds will also begin in whatever they are doing to actually put the vision of the diocese at the center of what they are doing. Otherwise, if they don't put the vision of the diocese at the center, it means we are working, they will be working against what we are trying to do. But to actually have the vision of it doesn't mean removing whatever they are trying to do, but the vision of the diocese will be guiding us all so that we work as a family towards accomplishing one thing. And that means whether you are a member of a guild or what, you still belong to a parish. Parishes which constitute this diocese of Natal.
That's wonderful, Bishop. Because I think in what you're saying, one of the things that are important is that you're calling us together to come together into a common journey, because we all belong into the life of this diocese. Anything else, Bishop, that you feel we'd like to say about this process, the vision and revitalization?
Just to say that I think for me that's what being a family is about. And as a family, I know even members of the family don't always think the same way. But we should try as the Church of God to try and work towards the accomplishment of what God has called us to do now, during our time. And we can only do that if we are able to join hands as members of the family. Join hands with Christ, who's already at work in his world. We are not inviting Christ to join us. We are being invited to join Christ, who's already at work in the world.
Maybe that's such a powerful way, Bishop, of ending this conversation on that note, that the Bishop is saying we are all invited to join Christ in fulfilling God's mission in this our world. Thank you so much, Bishop.
I think one should also add that in the vision, we know that we have the presence of the Spirit of God to propel us forward in doing this. And that's why I said this vision is so beautiful, because we are not just seeking to join Christ, but we have the power of the Holy Spirit pushing us forward to accomplish what God has called us to accomplish in the diocese.
Thank you, Bishop. That's wonderful. We are not alone. With the power of the Spirit is with us as we try to accomplish God's mission in our time. Thank you so much, friends. Continue to pray and obviously participate in the implementation of the diocesan vision and revitalization process. Thank you so much.